Hello, good people on the planet, wherever you are, I wish you well. Today, my topic is about the NBA. I'm sure if you're an NBA fan or NBA avocado, you've heard that the NBA has been in a slump rating-wise, a severe slump. But I was thinking, I made some other broadcast videos about why they may have the slump. But another reason came why too. There could have been a slump based on historical reasons. I'm going to give some evidence. Now, my evidence, when I'm going back to, is 1990s. Now, I was alive in the 70s, so you got an idea how old I am. I was alive in the 1970s, but I was a child. Yes, I was a child in the 1970s, so I didn't have no big love for basketball when you're like 5 and 6 years old. Then the 80s, that's when I entered my teens, and then I still didn't have no love for the basketball for whatever reasons, because I'm only 5'6" and I'm slight of build. So and in the 1990s, when I saw Michael Jordan playing against the Los Angeles Lakers, and I witnessed with my own eyes, I saw him jump in the air, and he switched the ball from one hand to the other and made the basket. That's the moment I became hooked to NBA basketball, because of Michael Jordan's artistry in the air, which I haven't seen nobody done yet with all these GOAT debates. I never heard one of these GOAT people saying, are you artistic in the air the way Magic Jordan was, or Michael Jordan was, and even what's his name, Dr. J, and some of the other old timers. But Jordan, he took the athletic artistry even further than all the others. That's what I loved it. But anyway, from a historical point of view, I'm gonna give some historical reasons. Back when I was watching the basketball in the 1990s, and I'm sure this probably happened in the 1980s too, the commentators always talk about historical things. Here's my first one. Red Auerbach has 9 championships. Nearly every time you watch the game, especially when Phil Jackson started winning, they kept saying, oh, Red Auerbach, one of the greatest coaches ever. He's the only coach who has won 9 championships. When Phil Jackson surpassed him, I think he has 10 or 11 championships, something like that. I never once hear any commentators now going back and say, oh, Phil Jackson has 10 championship rings, surpassing Red Auerbach. You get me? Back in the day, they used to always talk about Red Auerbach and his legacy. Here's my next point. The Los Angeles Lakers in the 1970s, they won 72 games. They won 69 games. And I forgot how many losses. Was that 13 losses? Yeah, 13 losses. All the time I used to hear when a teammate in the 1990s, when a team were hitting that 60 win mark, oh, the Los Angeles Lakers won 69 games. We don't have anybody who surpassed them. So you get my point. Back in the 90s, commentators used to love to talk about historical things. Not anymore. Since Chicago Bulls made 72-10 and Golden State's made 73-9, you never ever hear about this. Oh, who got the win record? Especially since Golden State lost in the finals to Cleveland. You don't hear about that win percentage anymore. My next one that I used to always hear them talking about. Oh, Wilt Chamberlain has 7 scoring titles. Always. Wilt Chamberlain got 7 scoring titles. And the late 1990s, Michael Jordan surpassed him with 10 scoring titles. But I don't hear the commentators screaming out like these for Wilt Chamberlain his 7. I don't hear no one talking about Michael Jordan got the most scoring titles. I don't hear none of that. So my point is, you see, the ratings could be down because the NBA don't prop up the old schoolers anymore. It don't. And the old schoolers now, in this day and age, are Phil Jackson, Michael Jordan. And I'm going to my next point. Back in the 1990s and beyond, we used to talk about, Elgin Baylor. He the only player who has scored a triple-double in a season. You know, they had Magic Johnson making triple-doubles and Larry Bird making triple-doubles, but they said they never made triple-doubles for a season. Only Elgin Baylor has made triple-doubles in a season. You get my point? They used to talk about this. They used to love, in the 90s, when I started watching it, and probably in the 80s too, they used to love to keep propping up the old school ancient records. But now, since Russell Westbrook has done a triple-double for at least several seasons in this modern age of easy NBA basketball with no defense, wide little defense, he made triple-doubles for 3 seasons in a row. Now, you know there's something wrong with that. Because Elgin Baylor only had one, and many decades passed before Russell Westbrook did it multiple seasons. They let you know the NBA in trouble right there. But anyway, like you see, my point is, since many of those old records has been broken and abolished, Wilt Chamberlain's scoring title, the number of championships by Red Auerbach, and the triple-double king, who used to be Elgin Baylor, but he's still the first one. Now, we don't hear no prop-up anymore about the history of the NBA. That could be why the ratings are dropping. Because the commentators don't get excited about the old schoolers anymore who accomplished their record first. Now, they don't even brag about his name, Wilt Chamberlain, 100 points. I know recently another NBA player scored 83 points, but he still hasn't clipped that 100. But thank you, good people. Give me your comments, what you think. Since they don't talk about historical things anymore, could this be another reason why people maybe get turned up to the NBA? Because I do remember on cable TV, since they used to talk about the old schoolers so much, the NBA, during the summertime when the championship's over, they used to go back and throw some of them old games on, like the Pistons and all of them. The Pistons, the Lakers, the Celtics, even Dr. J playing for the most part. Now, since so many records have been passed, even the NBA won't take time to acknowledge its founding people who made a lot of history. Give me your comments, tell me what you think. Next time, people, I'll be with you.